Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Tuli here. I cannot believe I'm doing a voiceover on YouTube because I don't like the sound of my voice. Like, believe it or not, I do not like the sound of my voice, but here we are. So I decided to take a different turn on my YouTube because I've noticed that I only film videos when I'm going out for dinner or birthdays, and this is not the way that I wanted my YouTube to look like. I've always wanted my YouTube to be focused on my 20s and my journey and my struggles, and I feel like I've not been doing that. I'm just focused on making it look pretty and aesthetic and the it girl if you put it that way. But I feel like I'm nowhere close to being that, and I just want to be more realistic and make this channel about me and not what people think it should look like. Yeah. So today I'm going to be talking about my struggles mentally and what I'm struggling with at the moment. And yeah, so the main focus of the video is my mental health, and currently is my insomnia. Like, guys, I am not sleeping. Like, I'm struggling with sleeping a lot. And when you're not sleeping at night, whereby you sleep at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m., you automatically going to sleep in when you do fall asleep. And that for me creates me to be in a bad cycle with my mind, because I'm constantly waking up at 12 p.m., 1 p.m., and I feel like the worst loser, like I'm wasting my life, like I have nothing to do. But then again, it's like I really cannot control me not being able to sleep, because it's all rooted from trauma and my experiences, which I'll get into. So please like, comment and subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoy this video of me opening up on what's going on in my life and how I am doing mentally. And I hope you guys can relate or maybe understand where I'm coming from my point of view. And yeah, I have to say I did enjoy filming this video. It's a very different take for me, and I enjoyed it as well. So please stay tuned as I talk about my mental health, my struggles, and what I have gone through this past 2 or 3 years. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Tuli here. If you're back here again, hi. And if you're new here, please like, comment and subscribe and join me on my YouTube journey. Duh. Anyways, this is a different kind of video. The thing is, I just realized that my channel is low-key giving perfect, which is I am far from that. Like, all I want to do is vlogs when I'm dressed up or when I'm dolled up, when that is not my reality. And I want this channel to be more about me and my day-to-day life. And today I'm doing like a mini vlog, morning vlog, of how I wake up, and it's going to be super realistic because I wake up at noon, and I only wake up at noon because I suffer from insomnia, which is, I'll get into that later on. I'm going to talk about my mental health and what I'm suffering from right now. And my biggest enemy is insomnia. Like, I don't sleep until 4 a.m. or 5 p.m. 5 a.m. and Atlanta, guys, like I just don't sleep. And this is basically my routine when I wake up at noon. And what I do, I'm actually doing work stuff, but at least I have time to vlog. I don't have much to do, so yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm drinking water and apple cider vinegar. If you're a girl, you know, or maybe you don't know, basically mixing water and apple cider vinegar helps with your pH balance down there. So I don't drink it every morning because it's not really good for your stomach. I drink it like two or three times a week. And yeah, this is what I drink. It just helps neutralize, the balance of the kitty life. What am I saying? I don't want to use any vulgar languages because my cousins watch this. But then again, I'm talking about vagina health. It's not really anything sexual. It's something real. But anyways, it's what I drink. Some people drink pills that I get from Glicks, the pH balance tablets. I haven't tried them yet, but so far I'm using this, and it's okay. Like, my kitty health is not bad. So yeah. It tastes very though. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna wash, then I'm gonna clean the house, and then we'll have a little chats about mental health and anxiety stuff that I am going through actually. So check it, guys, because I feel like I know I'm not alone in this, even though I feel alone. Yesterday, yesterday I had I was crying nonstop. I couldn't stop crying. I just felt sad, and I don't know, guys. I was going through it yesterday, so that's why I decided to do this for video, anyways, because it's like you have to be real on YouTube as well. So yeah. Anyways, so I'm gonna first wash, and then I'm gonna check some work stuff. I'm not gonna be able to film work stuff because I do work stuff on my phone, and I film my YouTube videos with my phone. So I'm gonna wash, then do some work stuff again, and then once I see that I'm free again, I will do the whole talking about what I'm suffering with, which is insomnia right now, and I also have anxiety. I guess most people have that, but yeah, we'll get into that later on. Yeah. Okay, so I'm about to clean now. I'm not actually extremely clean, but just tidy up the house, and then we'll get into the conversation. I'm gonna make amagwenya, guys. So while I'm talking to you guys, I'm gonna be doing inklamayayo, just to distract me as well, because if I talk about it like face to face like this, I'm gonna stumble on my words and not explain myself. Gotcha. So yeah, so after I'm done cleaning, I'm gonna grab the bowls, and these income for magwenya, then I'll make them later on. And I'm also hungry, so I'm gonna make food after I do the dough. Yeah, dough after that. So let's get into that. Since I made this, the last time I made this was when I lived with my grandma, and it's been a minute. Like, I'm excited to do amagwenya. Imagine. Okay, I have the water here. Okay, so I'm gonna start speaking about the topic of this YouTube. I didn't close that. Okay, so I'm just gonna give a background check of my mental health. And when I started noticing that I might struggle with it here and there, you know? Okay, so this is around 2020, okay? 2020, besides COVID, I feel like people always say that COVID made their mental health worse or caused it. For me, I was happy to go to lockdown, because I already felt out of place. I didn't know what I was going to do after high school, because I finished high school in 2019, and the next year is supposed to be like a whole college, university, gap year shenanigans. So when lockdown came around, I was like, yeah, like I need the break. I need to like relax and like make time stop. Like it felt like time was stopping for me. Like I have time to think. If only I knew. That just made things worse. So anyways, so background check, 2019, I'm finishing school. 2019 was horrible. My parents officially got divorced. The drama in my family was insane. And I didn't realize that I was struggling with it because I was more focused on school and passing. So it didn't really trigger to me that I was struggling with my mental health. I had to move in with my uncle to write my finals because the drama at my house was just insane. And then obviously 2019 ends, I pass, my parents are divorced, my mom moves out, I'm saying goodbye to my friends that I've known for like 3 years. So that was just a lot for me to adjust with, and I'm discovering my sexuality, which was also one of the reasons why I struggled with my mental health. Fine. So now it's 2020. The water is too hot. It's gonna burn the yeast. Okay, so now, oh, it still is too warm. So it's 2020 again. I'm still at my dad's house. I'm still at my dad's house. My mom moved out. I'm living with my dad and my grandma, who was my dad's mother, and my siblings. And all of a sudden, I struggle with like getting up. Oh, I took a gap year, by the way, because I didn't know what I wanted to do. Oh, I was supposed to go, I'm not talking about this, but I was supposed to go to New York. Oh no, crazy. To be a camp instructor. And I applied for it. Application went well. I got in. I did a Zoom interview. And then everything was just up to finances, but my parents couldn't just stand to be in the same room together. Like, they couldn't stand to be together. And that stressed the fuck out of me. And I think that's where the downfall went, because it's like no one is coming into conclusion to make a decision on my payments for my visas or when I should start doing my passport and everything. But then I got an email from the camp saying that the camp has been postponed because of Corona, like because it was a whole thing. So the camp got cancelled. So I was like now home, didn't apply to anything. So it's like, okay, this is actually a gap year of me doing nothing at this point. So I was okay with it for the most part, but like I think that's when my mental health just took a turn. I randomly just couldn't get out of bed. At first I thought I was like, okay, I was just being lazy. I'm just sleeping. I'm just sleeping in because I don't have anything to do. But then it would be a thing whereby I sleep until 4 p.m, 5 p.m. Then that's the time that I wake up. And I only wake up to do the dishes or maybe to cook, to assist my grandma, because that's the only reason it felt like I need to get out of bed. Like, if anything, I didn't care for myself, but I cared for my grandma. My phone Pekisa, Ogo, when she's like old, right? And throughout all of this and this year, my parents are still going back and forth. My mom comes to check on me and my siblings, and my uncle is going crazy himself. So around June, I am basically self-harming, like every night. It's like a routine that I have. Wake up at 4 p.m, cook, wash the dishes, watch some TV with my sister or movie that we watch until like she wouldn't watch it until late because she still had school, but during lockdown we would like stay up late and watch movies. Then I'll go sleep at around 3 or 2 a.m, and then I would self-harm and then I would sleep. That was my routine, like constantly throughout June to August. Yeah. And mind you, like at this time I'm reading a lot as well. Like I'm reading a lot of books because I'm in my bed. Like I would wake up at 7 a.m. and then I would read, then sleep again, read, and I'm not eating. I'm gonna put a picture of me in that era. I was not eating. I was really skinny. I would eat supper or eat at 3 a.m. before my sleep, like twice or once a day, depending on how I felt. But I drank a lot of coffee as well. So okay, yeah, fine. So that was my routine. And then my parents still kept going back and forth. Like there's a lot of drama. Eventually, in August, I get caught that I'm basically harming myself, like by my grandma, which I truly don't like to relive that moment, because it's one thing to harm yourself, but it's another thing to see people that love you be so like, I don't know, but like like you're doing this to yourself. Like, guys, I'm gonna start crying. I don't want to cry. It's the worst feeling ever. So it's like by August when I got caught, I made the decision to stop self-harm, but it was not for me. It was for like the people that I love, because obviously my grandma told my mom and my dad, and my dad told my uncle, and they held a whole meeting that they were trying to be better for my sake. That didn't help because my dad's a psycho, and his brother. Anyways, so yeah, so moving on. August I started like watching self-help YouTube videos and podcasts just to help myself, because I just knew that I needed help at that point. I knew it was not healthy, and a lot of people were going through the same thing, I guess, that time because of COVID. But for me, it was like not because of COVID. I didn't care about the virus like that. Like I cared that people were dying, but it didn't affect me in that sense. It was just life things that are happening to moi. Anyways, so August, September, October, November, December. Yeah. So I'm basically just trying to better myself. And I have a whole I think I forgot to mention that I was not, I hate saying this because I feel like I'm going to be shamed, but like, this is very common for people who struggled or have struggled with their mental health. I was not bathing on a daily basis. I would only wash when the shame and guilt that I felt would say that I should wash. Like when my mind would tell me that I'm disgusting, I'm lazy, I'm skipping my life away, like those thoughts would be the thoughts that push me to wash. So I was also struggling with like self-care, which is very common as well during that time. So anyways, fast forward August, September, November, December, I'm trying my best to do like set up a routine. So I did set up a routine. I'm ashamed to even say this routine because Black people don't do that. We don't have this routine in our life. So basically the routine is I would wash at night, wake up in the morning, get dressed, do my bed, and basically just try and help out with other chores in the house that I was literally not helping with. And I felt like this also put a lot of pressure on my sister, and that's another thing that I feel bad about because she didn't deserve that. Like no one deserves that. So I was just trying to build myself up once again. So January came along and I was 4 months clean. I think that's when I started talking to my girlfriend as well. We exchanged numbers, like how we met basically. Yeah. So January came and I was at that point I was better. I was not as better, but I was better than before. I was just trying my best as well, and I still didn't know what to do. The second year off, like 2021, the second year out of high school. So that year I didn't do anything as well. Actually, I think I was more focused on building my mental health more than anything. But it seemed to other people that I was not doing anything with my life when I was literally just fighting myself, like mentally, like me and my brain going back and forth. But yeah, so then in March I relapsed because, as I said, stuff didn't stop happening in my family. The drama was still there. So after that, I told my girlfriend, like, what's up? And I was like, but I'm committed to not doing that again. I'm gonna find other ways. And that's when I started journaling more often. And yeah, so now from 2021 to 2024, I've been self-harm clean for 3 years now. Yeah, 3 years. And I've had my anxiety here and there, my bad days, but I'm consistent on self-care and taking care of myself. And yeah, so now the main topic is about how I'm feeling lately, because I just feel like I'm slipping back into a dark place that I don't want to be in. Okay, so long story short, 2023 we got it's not funny, we got kicked out by my uncle at my grandma's house, you know. And my grandma couldn't do it. My grandma is old, guys. Before I said it, my grandma is old. She didn't want us to leave. She always stood by us whenever shit happened, but it was just exhausted for us because this was happening. We've been kicked out. We've been told to leave since 2021, but he never took action. But this time around, he attacked my sister, and we had a whole physical fight with my uncle. So by then I was in college. In 2022 I started college. So yeah, told you guys, I got better. I'm getting there. Anyways, so I was in college, so we got kicked out. My sister's doing her matric here. It's like, you know, this pattern of like me and my sister getting traumatized during our important years is insane. My sister is doing her matric here. Was it doing matric here? Wait. Oh no, she was not doing her matric here when we got kicked out. She was looking for a job. She wanted to take a gap year also, but she got a job. I'm proud of her. Like, if anything, my sister is a better human than me. Like, my gap years was spent in bed and she's working. Like, tell me, like, for me, I want to be like my sister. Like, she's just an amazing person. I'm just so proud of her, and I'm getting emotional. Hold on. I don't want to cry. But anyways, I was saying I'm so proud of her. Like, she's a bad bitch. Anyways, yeah, she got a job, and that's when we got kicked out, and we lived with my mom, right, for a while. And after we got kicked out, we went to court, right? So we took my uncle to court, and mind you, I was in court on my 21st birthday. As I was saying, I was in court on my 21st birthday, and that was traumatic enough, you know? So, anyways, after that trauma of my sister being attacked and watching it happen, those things that was said, me being in court on my birthday, it was just a lot to deal with. And I feel like that's when my anxiety peaked. Once again, it was just way worse. I was not sleeping. I was just having the worst vivid dreams as well about the worst things ever. But long story short, I moved on with life, got my first job after finishing my classes in college. So I was looking for an internship, so I found a job, so I took it for the meantime because I didn't find an internship at the time. And a whole year passed, so that was 2023, it's 2024 now. And wait, yeah. So after I moved with my mom and after the whole court situation, I was also caught in a crossfire of like shooting. And I think that just took everything to an extreme. Like after that, I was just constantly scared and terrified that bad things are gonna happen. Like, oko. I'm done with my dough, guys. I'm done with my dough. I'm still gonna carry on the story, but I just want to cover this and let it grow. So just give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back, and then I'm gonna make food for myself because I'm hungry. But like, guys, I still got it. Like, it's still cute, it's still nice, it's still together. My grandma was so proud. Like, okay, so I'm making food now, so I'm gonna continue explaining. I ended off with the crossfire. So I was almost shot. I was going to the shop, the car just came, Hannah, and they shot, but I ran. I can't even remember how I ran away, but I made it away, and then I ducked and I laid flat on my stomach, and I was praying no one saw me running there. And the whole time I was laying there, I was thinking that they would come and finish the job and just shoot me in the head. So like, I was just like scared. But anyways, they left. I got up, went home, and I just had a panic attack at home. And when I walked in, I couldn't breathe because I couldn't believe that just happened. Okay, I'm grabbing the eggs. So fine. After that happened, you know when you like everything just scares you. I don't want to leave the house. I would leave the house only to go to work and back. Oh, this happened last year actually. Yeah, 2023. Anyways, so what triggered me now, or what I feel like is triggering me right now, is that I think 3 months back, my mom got an email from my dad and his brother regarding my brother. I'm not going to say why because that's not my business, but like the approach of the email and everything in between was very much triggering. They were once again rude. Wait, I'm looking for a spice. Oh. Okay, so the approach of the email and how they spoke to my mom was once again triggering. And after that email, I was just upset. Like, I remember crying as well, like in front of my mom, because like, when is this shit gonna end? Like, like I'm so over it. Like, I don't want anything that involves my dad and his family, and they just keep on coming back and hurting me and my family and my mom. And I was just over it, honestly. So ever since then, my insomnia just got worse. Like, guys, I'm not sleeping. I'm having the worst thoughts ever. This has gone on for 3 months now, I think. And I feel, you know, when you've been in a dark place before, you know how it feels like when you start slipping. And I feel like that's slowly happening to me, and I'm really scared because the thoughts of harming myself back, and I haven't had them for a while now, a couple of months. So I'm so proud of that progress, and I feel like I'm going backwards, and that makes me upset in a sense. And I'm not sleeping well. Like, I'm up until 4 a.m. I try everything that has helped me in the past, watch ASMR, read. My mind cannot stop. Like, my mind is always awake with this negative thoughts. Like, I don't want to say the other one, but sometimes I just wish I was not here anymore, honestly speaking. And I'm scared of what this is gonna lead to. If I'm being honest, actually, I'm really scared. And it's just the worst. I feel like the only time that my brain can actually like shut down is when, I guess, I live with my mom. Like, when I'm with my family all together, it's okay. Like, it's not bad. But once everyone goes to sleep and everyone's sleeping, it's like I have this urge to be awake because I'm scared something's gonna happen. And every sound I hear outside wakes me up. Like, if I'm not sleeping yet and I hear something, I feel the urge to be up just in case someone shoots the house, comes in, does something to my family. Like, I am not sleeping. And I feel like I found the root onto why, and it's because I'm constantly terrified. Like, I am constantly terrified, and I do not know what to do with that. But the thing that I do know is that I'm not gonna relapse. Like, I'm really good with working with my brain when it comes to that issue. But like the whole sleeping in thing, and I'm just tired. I'm even tired to wash, and I feel like it's affecting my self-care once again. Like, I don't have the energy to do anything anymore once again, and I'm scared where that is gonna lead to. And I feel like the purpose of just making this YouTube video is just to be honest with myself as well, because I've been trying to make excuses in my head on why I'm feeling this way or why this is happening once again. And I was just not being honest with myself. Yesterday, because yesterday I had a whole meltdown. I couldn't stop crying. Like, I couldn't stop crying. I cried the whole entire day. And my family asked me what's wrong, and I said I'm just sad. Like, I'm genuinely just so sad. And I played Taylor Swift the whole time, Folklore album, and I just cried and cried and cried and cried. And that's the video, guys. Let me put my toast in. Hold on. Okay, guys, I've made my food. I made toast with eggs and coffee, obviously. I love coffee so much. I mean, coffee. But anyways, so I'm ending up the video here before I eat. But like, the conclusion that I've come up with yesterday while I was just having the worst day ever, like crying and trying to understand why I'm feeling these intense emotions, is because number one, I felt them because I've been repressing them. Like, I've been pushing them down. Every time I feel scared, anxious, I didn't express anything. Or every time I felt really down, I didn't say anything until I was forced to deal with them. And that's one thing about emotions. They demand to be felt. Same as pain. Pain will demand to be felt, whether you like it or not, whether you're ready or not. So that's what happened. So the conclusion is, I think that I need to start therapy sooner than later, because I already knew that I'm gonna need to take therapy before getting married, before having kids, before anything really, because I don't want to walk into any commitment or be a mother with so much suppressed trauma with myself, whereby it falls onto my child. So I already knew that it was a thing. Even me and my future wife have been talking about like maybe doing therapy together before we get married. So it's a thing that I'm aware of, and also my partner's aware that we need to make sure that our mindset is ready for marriage. Why am I talking about my future marriage? This is not about marriage, but anyways, the point is that I'm aware that I feel like I need to start therapy sooner, but I feel like I don't know how to approach this with my mom, because I've always been the kid that always needs to go to therapy. Like I've been to counseling therapy on and off throughout my life, and I'm just sick of being that child. And I feel like that's the reason why I just didn't want to say anything, because my mom even asked me after everything that happened that do we need help, do we need to talk to someone, and I was like, I'm fine. And especially at the time, financially, we were not prepared of being kicked out, so a lot of things were going to finances, and I don't want to be an extra expense to my mom. So conclusion is I need to take this more seriously for myself, but I don't know how I'm gonna go about it. But I will update you guys if I start any therapy or find any other therapeutic ways to deal with this sort of emotions and thoughts. But yeah, thank you so much for watching my video and staying with me while I explain my battle mentally. And it's one of the things that I really don't like to talk about, because I'm not someone who is heavily depressed or someone who is heavily struggling, and I tend to think that just because I'm not that bad, it does not matter as much, when that is not true. Like whenever, like your mental health compared to someone else who's really, really bad that they need medication, and with you struggling as a regular person, I'll put that in commas because I don't know how to put that into terms, you still matter. It's still important to talk about, and it's still relevant. And that's something I'm trying to teach myself as well, that whatever I feel like or whatever I'm struggling with is relevant as well. I don't have to be on, medication or heavily depressed to say, hey, I think I am struggling. So yeah, but anyways, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you've made it this far, please leave a pink heart emoji in the comments. Last time I asked you guys to do this and you guys didn't, so it makes me feel like you guys are not watching my videos thoroughly. But anyways, please leave a heart emoji at the bottom, and thank you so much for listening. And if you guys need any help regarding mental health, you can text me on TikTok, on Instagram. I'll leave my details down here. I'm always open to be a listener and hear you out. So yeah, and you don't even have to tell me who you are. If you just need to pour your heart out, I'm here. I'm your girl. And thank you so much. Till next time, guys. Bye. I'm gonna eat my food right now.